What's going on, YouTube? Okay. This tool here, I suggest you don't buy it from that guy. Here's what this tool is. Okay. That's what you're buying from that guy in Kentucky. If you've had good luck with this tool, that's fine with you. I tried it and it's not for me. Okay, got our bits today. Got them this morning. It's the day after. I know you're wondering why I've not made much progress in what I'm doing. But you'll see why I've not made much progress. I've got a couple crankcases here. I'm determining which one I'm going to use. I was going to use this one for my build. I'm not. I'm going to use this one instead. Everybody's probably wondering why I tore this one down, or why this one is apart, and why I'm doing what I'm doing. Everybody will see in the end. Okay, this is a CDH power motor. Okay, that's what this is. The thing had bad shimmy in the engine, and all the bearings clanked and clacked. If anybody's wondering what they're using the long ZL rod, not the original ZL rod. There's something different about it. I don't know. Don't care. It's not the crank for me. This crank back here, I pulled out of one of my engines. That's what's going in here. I'm not going to state what that crank is. I'm not stating what the crank is. I'm doing a build here, and I guess I'll show you what I'm working on. Okay, got some cutoff wheels coming in the mail this morning. I know everybody's going to be thinking to themselves, what the fuck are you doing, man? Well, everybody's about to see what's going on here. Don't need that. Okay. I've been sitting here for days and doing some measuring, testing. Okay. Original plug, wrist pin bearing, and everything else that belongs to this engine. Top end, wrist pin clips, wrist pin and wrist pin itself. Okay. This is a FarmTech 56mm big bore MS660 steel chainsaw top end kit. It's exactly what this is. And I'm gonna put it on I'm gonna put it in this crankcase here with this crank. And that's what all this is about. We've got everything we need besides the casting material to fill in our transfers. We got tap and die, we've got drill bits, we've got top end, we've got crankcase, we've got a crank. We even got our decompression plugs for the engine. So, okay, I mean, so, okay, there's something I found out about some of these stock pistons here. Okay, we have 4 different pistons, 4 different stock pistons, and we're going to show you something. Okay, everybody's always talking about balance, 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 balance. Okay. Now, there's a little talk about tools and what not to buy. We're going to talk about a little about balancing. Okay, this is just a bullshit digital scale that you buy, I don't know, wherever you buy it. You can buy it on eBay, whatever you want to buy it for. There's numerous uses for them. I use it as a tool. Here's a PK80 piston. Okay, this come off this crank. This PK80 piston come off this PK80 crank, which is what they call the super PK80. Yeah, they're not so super. 86.9, right? Now we're talking with rings. No modifications to these pistons at all. This is a GT5. Here's another GT5. Here's another PK80. Okay, with rings. Right? See that? There's 10 grams difference between this piston and this piston here. Now watch this. That's crazy, right? Now watch this. Here's GT5 piston. Look at all this carbon soot all over this piston. Right? Now watch. Tell me that ain't crazy. How does a piston with nothing on it, very little carbon on it, weigh more than one with carbon all over it? So now you get the gist of what's going on here with these China dolls. If you've got rotating mass problems, there's your answer. I would be looking into that if you're running this setup. That's why I'm getting away from this setup for one reason. 2 reasons. This is the only way. This is the only way to do this. And put it in one of these blocks. That's as big as you can go. This is as big as you can go. If you measure the specs on this from here, from this inner edge to this inner edge, it is exactly 51.3 millimeters. That's what I get out of them. That's from the factory. So it means you don't have to hone this. You don't have to mill this jug or this crankcase too bad for this piston. It almost fit as is. I'll buy you a three-prong hone. That's what I done. That's what I'm going to use to hone this block with. So now everybody understands what's in the mix and what's going on and what I'm doing. Call me nuts, call me crazy if you wish. One more thing about tools. And you're going to say, yeah, you get what you pay for, and yeah, you're right. If you want bits, don't buy from China. Nice looking bit. They're pretty. They're hex shank bit. I mean, if you used to buy them here in America, they'd cost you probably a pretty penny, right? Well, I didn't buy here in the States. And I'm gonna pay the price for it, all at the end of the day. Okay. So there's a little talk about China tools. There's your China tools. The junk. Junk. Eat the price on that and just keep rolling. Okay? Oh. And for those of you out there that are going to ask me what anything about this particular jug, you can find this jug assembly kit on eBay. I bought this setup for 50 bucks. Okay? It comes with everything for the saw itself. Literally everything for the saw. Intake boot. Wrist pin. Rings. Gaskets. Rings, right? Okay. Fuel filter for the saw. The wrist pin bearing. The needle bearing. The spark plug. The wrist pin itself. Not the decompression plugs, but... And not this one either. You gotta buy these separate. And do not, whatever you do not buy the decompression plug, a decompression valve itself for this jug. Don't do that. It will fall apart. I've done some research on them. They're notorious for falling apart and falling in the engines. Okay, and the wrist pin clips come from factory. Everything was in this box. So you get the jug, the piston, rings, and the gaskets for 50 bucks. Plug. And another thing is it's not, it is chrome plated, just like any of them are. It's not Nacasco plated, however you want to pronounce it. That's not what this is. This is chrome plated, just like a factory China doll jug. And there's a reason behind that. You can find out your own reasoning behind that. I know why. I've done what I've done. Okay. So that's it, folks. Have a good one.